Okay, so let's try another example. Under the area of a plane region, find the area of the region bounded by the curve y equals negative x squared plus 2x minus 3, the axis and the x-axis and the lines x equal to -1 and x equal to 2. Okay, so our function is actually a general equation for a conic section, or more specifically for a parabola. A parabola um, with an axis parallel to the y-axis. Pero hindi natin alam kung upward or downward siya. Okay? And to do that, let's try to manipulate the function and see if and convert it to a standard form or standard equation of a parabola to know kung saan siya naka-open. Okay? So, ang alam natin is the axis of the parabola is parallel to the y-axis. Okay? So, it's either um, opens opens upward or opens downward. Okay? So, let's try to manipulate what is our equation. That is y is equal to negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. So, we try to um, factor out si negative. So, this will be equal to negative times x squared minus 2x plus 3. Okay? And then, this will be equal to, when we try to eliminate si negative dito, so we divide both sides by negative, this will cancel. So, si y natin is magiging negative. So, negative y, and we transpose si numerical coefficient dito, y, so that each side contains different different variables. Okay, so dito sa side na to is y, dito naman sa side na to is x. So, ilipat natin si positive 3 magiging negative 3 equal to x squared minus 2x. Okay? And from there, buo tayo ng isang quadratic equation dito. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is to um, negative y minus 2 minus 1. So that is still equal to 3. Pinaghiwalay lang natin. This is equal to x squared minus 2x. So we transpose si positive 1 dito para maging perfect square trinomial siya. So we can get its factors. Okay? So this will be equal to negative y minus 2 is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. So this is negative y minus 2. What are the factors of this quadratic equation? That will be x minus 1 squared. So x minus 1 times x minus 1. Okay? So from here, if we see this, this is the standard equation of a parabola opening downward with its axis parallel to the y-axis, as I've said kanina. So draw lang natin yung ating curve. So, yung curve natin is opening downward, but first hanapin muna natin yung vertex niya. So, yung vertex niya will be, this is, compute natin si y and si x. So, negative y minus 2 is equal to 0. Negative y is equal to, transpose natin sa kabila, maging positive, and we divide both sides by negative, so y is equal to negative 2. For x naman, x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to positive 1. So, yung vertex natin is 1, negative 2. Okay, so if this is 1, this will be negative 1, and this is negative 2. So, nandito yung vertex natin. Okay, and yung curve natin will somehow look like this one. Okay, ayan. Basta it's a parabola that opens downward. Okay, this is our vertex C1 and negative 2. Okay, so from there, this is our function y is equal to negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. So, ano yung area na kukunin natin? It is a region bounded by the curve. Okay, this is our curve. Negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. The x-axis. So, this is our x-axis. And the lines negative 1 and x is equal to 2. Okay, so yung x is negative 1 natin will be here. This is negative 1. And yung 2 natin will be this one. So, ito yung kukunin natin yung area. This whole part. Okay, so it is bounded by the curve, the x-axis, which is this one, and the lines negative 1 and 2. Okay, so yan yung kukunin natin yung area. Now, what case will we use? Since it is the curve is located below the x-axis, so we are going to use the case number 2. And case number 2 is like this. So the area is equal to negative the integral of the function limits from a to b. So yung a natin is negative 1, yung b natin is 2. So our function is this one. So area is equal to negative the integral of negative x squared plus 2x minus 3 dx limits from negative 1 to 2. So we are going to integrate each term separately. So this will be equal to area is equal to negative times the integral of negative x squared dx limits from negative 1 to 2 plus 2, isolate natin si constant, the integral of x dx limits from negative 1 to 2 minus 3, the integral of dx limits from negative 1 to 2. Okay? So let's continue sa next slide. This will be equal to area is equal to negative times what is the integral of negative x squared? So that will be equal to negative x cube. Okay, x cube over 3. What is the integral of 2x dx? That will be equal to plus 2x squared all over 2. And what is the integral of negative 3 dx? That will be equal to negative 3x. Okay, so limits natin is from negative 1 to 2. So, this will cancel. Now, ang gagawin natin is to plug in the limits na. So, area is equal to negative times, okay, sa upper limit muna tayo. So, negative 2 cube all over 3 plus negative, hindi pala siya negative, positive 2 squared minus 3 times 2. So, this is the upper limit. And we subtract the lower limit, which is negative times negative 1 cube all over 3 plus negative 1 squared all over, wala pala, negative 1 squared minus 3 times negative 1. Okay, so we simplify. This will be equal to 2 cube is equal to 8. So that will be negative 8 over 3 plus 4 minus 6. Okay, minus negative 1 cube is negative 1. So negative 1 times negative, that will be positive. So 1/3. Negative 1 times 2 is positive 1. Negative 3 times negative 1, that is positive 3. Okay, so this will be equal to A is equal to negative 8 over 3 plus 4 minus 6 is equal to negative 14 over 3. And this one, 1/3 plus 1 plus 3 is equal to negative 13 over 3. Okay, so negative 1/3 plus 1 plus 3 is 13 over 3. So this times negative, that will be negative 13 over 3. And if we simplify this one, the area under the area of the region bounded by the curve, the x-axis, and the lines is equal to negative times negative 9. So area is equal to 9 square units. So that is example number 2. Okay. So let's try another example. Find the area of the region bounded by the curve y is equal to e raised to x and the lines x is equal to 0 and x equal to 1. Okay, so from our function, we all know that this is an exponential function. So yung exponential function natin is pataas. Okay? So let's try to graph muna. So at x equal to, start tayo sa negative 2. Okay, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. What is our y? So this is negative 2, this is negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so when our x is equal to negative 2, what is our y? That is equal to 0.14. So yung 0.14 natin is nandito. Malapit lang siya sa 0. Okay, nandyan siya. Now, for when this is 0.14. When our x is equal to negative 1, what is our y? That is equal to 0.37. Okay, so close lang sila. For example, nandito siya. When our x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. So kapag nandito yung 1, ibig sabihin nandito yung point natin. And when our x is equal to 1, our y is equal to 2.72. Okay, so if this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So, 2.72 tayo. Nandito siya, approximately. And for our x is equal to 2, y is equal to 7.39. So, pataas talaga siya. Okay, for example, nandyan siya. And our curve will look like this. Okay, so pataas siya. Now, region, the area of the region bounded by the curve. Okay, so this is our curve. Y is equal to e raised to x. Lines x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. So, yung x is equal to 0 natin is this one. And yung x is equal to 1 natin is this one. Okay? So, yung kukunin natin ngayon is ito. Okay. So, we are going to get the area of that region. So, what case will we use? Since yung curve natin is located, or yung area natin, yung region natin is located above the x-axis, we are going to use the case number 1. And case number 1 is this area is equal to the integral of f of x dx limits from a to b. So, yung a natin is si 0, yung b natin is si 1. So, let's solve for the area. This is equal to the integral of our function e raised to x dx limits from 0 to 1. So, what is the integral of e raised to x dx? That is equal to e raised to x limits from 0 to 1. So, we are going to plug now the upper limit and the lower limit. So, this is equal to e raised to 1, the upper limit, minus the lower limit, e raised to 0. E raised to 1 is equal to 2.72. So this is 2.72 minus e raised to 0 is equal to 1. So our area is equal to 1.72 square units. Okay? So that is the area of a plane region.